Hey guys, this is YT42 and welcome back to more Minecraft. Uh, last few times we've done the world tours of all the other Minecraft worlds, and now it's time for the big one. This is going to be a huge 5-part thing because we'll be going by all the various areas of this world. And what world are we in? Well, yeah, it's the Creations world. So yeah, we'll do a quick world tour, and let me preface this by saying a lot of things have changed here since the last recording of this world, which was about 5 years ago now. So yeah, it's different to say the least. Now I've loaded things up in the 1.16 pre-release 2. Hopefully things will be okay because the last snapshot I tried to load in, things were all glitchy. Unfortunately, all the maps got reset for some reason, and that sucks because one of my favorite things to do is mapping, and having all the maps be reset is awful. But anyway, let's get things started. Granted, not too much has changed at the old base here. Just like one or two things been added, and that's it. Because this is really a personal world now instead of a Let's Play world. I'll play this world as long as I play Minecraft, I presume. So this is where we spawned when we first started the world. The seed was originally, well, first of all, it was originally in the old generation, old world generation. As you can see, there's new chunks there that have created a strange border. Yeah, so this was loaded in 1.2. When was this world? No, it would have been loaded in 1.4, I think, this world, but the seed I originally got from 1.2. Because this used to be a personal seed that I had, and I really liked the seed, so I thought, hey, you know, why not use it again? But now when I think of the seed, I think of this world instead of the original, so... yeah, anyway, let's get started. First of all, this is some villager breeder thing. It's in the spawn chunks at the moment, which means that it's always loaded no matter what. So I don't know if they're actually doing anything there. There's anything going on. Also, yeah, because now I've got all the netherite armor and all the wings and everything, we can finally fly around in these world tours. Which is about time. Elytras, I know they've been in the game for about 5 years, but Christ, they're ridiculous. Okay, well this wouldn't work anymore because they've changed villages, so they don't use doors to breed anymore. Strange. So yeah, this is just a little breeder thing that never worked. But back over here, this used to be a forest all around here. Before it all got chopped down, which is a little regretful. Are those chunk errors in the ocean, or was the ocean always like that? I'm not sure. Anyway, this was nothing. There's nothing here. I originally always wanted to put something here. That pig's been here for ages. I always wanted to put something here like a canal that would go into the underground section there, but never did because we moved to the new base. So this was garbage. Okay, well, first of all, the exterior was supposed to be a volcano, and obviously it's not very grand. That's because at this point, I was so sick of playing Minecraft, and I had already made an episode plan for everything. In order to, and then the last one was make this big ass volcano as a shrine for the egg here. And well, I did that, but I was just so sick of this game. I just wanted to move on to other things that as you can see, I really didn't put any effort into this. If I did it now, obviously it'd be much grander, but well, I did it then. This is about 6 years old, so anyway, there you go. And look at the grass is still in there. All sorts of problems with that. So actually, you may be wondering what's with the off-colored grass here. Well, that's because there was a chunk error that happened here. So this says tiger, and this is forest. So when I loaded up this world one day because the new generation had taken over, for some reason this one chunk had transformed into the new generation and nothing else. And I've got no idea what caused it, no idea why it happened. But it freaked me out, that's for sure. It scared the hell out of me. Luckily there hasn't been any others, so half of this was cut off. This was the bar, 60 for helpers bar. I didn't make this at all. This is just a bar. That's all this is. It's just a bar that he built. It looks alright. Not too bad. Donations. Despite the fact we're not on a server. Interesting. Alright. Also, yeah, I have plenty of stuff in my inventory that I just don't need. Because I haven't played this game in about a month. And I've just got tons of stuff left over from the last thing I did. So this was intended to be 6 Developers base. He was going to make this big underground network thing, but he didn't get too far. So this was a little dog kennel. Got Lil Lily, Flash Dash, and Goldilocks. Separate words and not spelled correctly, so there you go. Interesting. Furnace room is just a bunch of furnaces, and this is one of the ones we put some. Oh, I was like, what? Where did they go? Put something in it, and it lights up, and yeah, not very fancy, but he's got some banners. He's got a storage room with not very much in it. Nice chicken. So this was actually, you know, let's try it. Let's just do it here. So let's just go. So this is just a boat dispenser. You go down here. This was made when the boats still used to be in their old form. I don't know why I was about to say form, but oh hi buddy. When boats were very clunky and break easy. So he never did this right. He never correctly did this. What's the gap? And oh, it's because of the selection panel. I was gonna say what's with the gap around each thing. But he never finished this little door thing. So if you come back through here and these were in here, then you wouldn't be able to get out. So yeah, he didn't exactly plan that out. This was just a little bar thing, another one. Don't know where this was going. I do like the look of water in the ceiling though. Looks neat. This was just like an armor stand thing. There'll be an armor stand that would go around. It's obviously also never finished. Yeah, none of this stuff is really finished. So this would go into another section. He'd have to dig all of it out himself though, instead of... Does this not go? Oh, wrong way. Fine, I'll do it manually. I don't think there's a button. No. But he'd have to dig all of that out himself instead of, you know, just going through the layout of a cave, because he never thought to do that. Because at this point we don't have beacons, we don't have insta-mining going on, none of that. So I believe you just put this there, and the button would take it back. Why's the button all the way up there? Not very compact. Anyway, that's it for 6 Developers base. So there you go. Now, this on the hill, this was in memoriam, not really memoriam. No one died to make this, but this was just in the original seed of this world, which was called Mason's World 3, because this is the third world I had. This is where the base was, except it was underground and, you know, dug in and everything. But I thought, hey, well, this is the same area of where it was. There was like a little dock here, and it go out to the infinite ocean, because the oceans used to be huge in this game, but now they're nothing. And anyway, you come up here, and well, I just thought, hey, let's make our house where it was originally in the world. So here we are, his little house. No doors, because I'm guessing the zombies broke that down. I'm pretty sure they took out that feature, thank Christ. It's sunset here, so let's just sleep really quick. And yeah, I just thought, hey, well, why not do that? Be neat. So you got this balcony which overlooks the PvP arena. For the longest, this took ages to dig out because there were no beacons. Well, there were beacons, but I didn't have one. Because I didn't know about insta-mining for the longest time. because it was in the game for a good 7 years before I... No, no. When did I discover it? Probably about like 4 years later. 4 years, 3 or 4 years later, I discovered instant mining and how useful that is. But of course, we hadn't had any withers killed yet. So yeah, this is just a little well, not little, but PvP arena that we decided to dig out and we used once against Ben for the Win 98, or the Exorcist as he's come to call himself now. It's not very useful, these torches. But yeah, this is what we had an excess of eggs, so you take some eggs, which didn't really do anything. You take some bows that we got from skeletons. More eggs, more eggs. This is where he put his stuff, and it's a PvP arena, right? You'd go in there with nothing and just try to whack each other to death. So yeah, inside it's just a maze of trees and all sorts of chickens because we kept throwing eggs. So yeah, that's all this is. That's right, there used to be this little mine shaft here. I don't know if I had this... I don't know if this is like my original mine shaft or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's all it is. Just a PvP arena. It was more of a maze sort of thing, and we thought it was fun. We had a bit of fun doing things in it. So anyway, down here, this is like a little hut thing. This was a transport system to put items if we were over here for some reason, and we didn't want to walk all the way back to base. We just put stuff in here, and the minecart chest would take it off to the base, and there's a little underground railway that goes all the way to it. I think it worked. I just think we never used it, because why would we? There's no reason to, especially not with flight now. Anyway, this was, if you remember the Legends world, we had these coloured sheep called he sheep, she sheep, and bee sheep. Yeah, and this is where they are in this world, I guess. There's only 2 of them. I guess he sheep isn't here, or died or something. There's just a little house for them, I guess. This is something that we'll have to go around to. So yeah, you see that disgusting cobblestone, that's where the underground railway thing for the storage or the movement thing is. Well, first, you know, we can fly in this game now, which is stupid. But the best thing they've ever done in this game. This was a big ass biscuit farm, because I used to have biscuits as my main source of food, just because they were so easy to get a ton of. And this was just a big, large amount of wheat, large amount of cocoa beans, and you'd harvest them, obviously. And then all the water would come down. Yeah, okay. It was pretty big, so... Well, I thought it was big at the time, so... There you go. What originally used to be here, there was this little shack that 64 Opera had built. And, I guess I demolished it in favor of this thing. But there used to be a shack here. Wasn't very impressive. But anyway, this is new. This wasn't in the original series. Don't know what I did here, but this was an underwater village. Which as you can see by the iron golem that's been created out there. This was an underwater village. This was another one of the personal things that I did just for fun. This is after the Let's Play series, but yeah, under here I would make these domes for the villagers to live in, which I thought was awesome. It would just take forever to make a new dome. But I thought it was a lot of fun. Got a snow golem here. Actually, you know what? There's something I'll give the old oceans, is that because they used to be so much darker, this used to look even cooler. Because it's just a blue abyss outside. But this is made on the old villager mechanics where you'd have to have a skylight, which kind of ruined the domes. Because, you know, it was these cool underwater domes, but you'd have to have these big, disgusting tubes up there. And obviously there's no workstations, so none of them have a job. Except for that farmer. Okay. And this is just like a little farming area. This is going to be much bigger. I was going to make more domes, but really the point of this was just get a mending villager to get mending on all the tools, but now it's so easy to get that. Look at the dolphin throwing around the flesh. There used to be a lot more villagers here as well, but they all somehow escaped because we put down some beds. We took it, yeah, there used to be 2 beds here just to sleep in personally, because the villagers had nothing to do with them. But when they switched over to the bed mechanics for the villagers would sleep in that bed, in those beds, and when they wake up, they'd come up to the surface here. They'd just teleport up to the top of the water, and they'd swim over to land and eventually get themselves killed. So, yeah, that sucked. Alright, so I'm trying to do things in like a... Whoops. I'm trying to do things in a... just cover all the ground over here. So over here... This was 64 Helper's original house, and he despises this thing. He hates it, and I get why. It's this big cobblestone thing. There's got like a little entrance for it here, and you open the iron door. Got the dog kennels and some furnaces, and at the time I thought it was pretty neat. It's got a piece of lapis here. I thought it was pretty neat having like a tree coming out of a house. I thought that was pretty neat. There was something about like a farm on top of the house. I thought this looked really neat. And I still don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's the worst thing, but you know, our tastes change with time. So yeah, at the other entrance it's just this. I don't take any fall damage there. I opened the elytra at the last second, but alright. Alright, so over this way, because we're going in this sort of direction. Down here, I don't know if I'm going to go all the way down, but what the hell, I will. This is to a slime farm. These are a bunch of slime chunks. This thing never worked properly, by the way. But anyway, these are slime chunks, and a bunch of slimes would spawn here, and they'd fall over here, and slimes don't drown, they don't sink anymore, and all sorts of things all sorts of mechanics that have been changed, but the big ones used to get stuck here, and the medium ones would also get stuck, and eventually they'd shrink down to the small ones, and they go all the way up. Let's see, can I do this? No. Okay, looks like I'm climbing up. But that eventually they go all the way up this complex water system. Well, not really complex, but it felt complex just because it was so convoluted. So I don't know about the glowstone. But they go all the way up this complex system. And they'd eventually end up here. I labelled it just in case I forgot what it was. And eventually they come up here and I'd whack them to get some slime balls. Never worked. I think we probably had, you know, a very small amount of customers in quotation marks. Anyway, this here is I'm just covering the peninsula area at the moment, and eventually I'll get to the actual base and the little island section and the tree house and the Funland section and Arcus. Oh god, I got a lot to do. Let's hurry. So this was the Mates Motel Creation Motel. I don't know why it's got 2 names, but built this just for anyone who doesn't stay on the server very long to come in. So Ben98 and no one else. So they come in here and put his stuff here, and it's just a small little area. It's smaller than any Japanese apartment you've ever seen. What else we got here? We got a cave system. We have yeah. God damn it. We have the piston elevator. This is really the first redstone contraption made in this world. And I can't believe it works again. Granted, that's because... Oh, I was saying it worked. Because I replaced these all with sticky pistons that would push you with blocks. But yeah, it would push you up to the top, and I thought it was so cool. It's not that impressive now, but I thought it was really neat. So I push you all the way up to the top here. And yeah, there you go. This is a cactus farm, which for some reason, whenever you harvest, look, see some of the blocks are sticking out. Some of the sticky pistons just get like, yeah, so that one's stuck there, so it automatically harvests the cactus. But some of them just get, I don't know why that's there and not a button or something. Some of them just get stuck out, and I don't know what it is about this area or this, something that does it. I don't know if they're getting like repeater powered or something that I didn't really take into account. So this would harvest all of them, but obviously didn't pull all of them back in. And then you'd send the minecart hopper to go around and get everything, but yeah, as you can tell, it didn't really work much. In fact, I don't even clean up the reds. I'll take these, thanks. So what else we got here? What is that? Oh, it's to the PvP arena. This here was just like a little coca bean farm. Push that and then give you all the beans. It's just a cute little contraption. It's just, I don't know why I'm harvesting these. I'm never going to use it again. Because granted, I don't really come back to this base much. Obviously I do if I need to go get something, or something that hasn't been made in a newer base, or just anything really. If I'm back here for a certain something. But other than that, I never really come back here. There's no reason to. But anyway, I did try to decorate the path a little bit here. This is before the path blocks, you know, before these. So I had to use gravel. This is just like a little tree, not really a farm, but just like a bunch of trees that I'd put up, and you chop them down and get some quick wood, but it's very unintuitive. Because they're all so close together. Now this is like, well, that's the main base. We're still not at the main base yet. But this is like the pride and joy of this base. Well, it was when it worked, if it worked. This was like a treehouse mob spawner. And get this, it would spawn mobs, and they'd come down here, and they'd be one hit from death, and we kill them. But all the buttons and stuff, and also that goes down to lava. All the buttons and stuff don't work properly. So it's stuck on one of the systems that would push them to other places. So yeah, also there was this, oh, well, there used to be a wooden button if I wanted to switch them over to a certain setting, take them to a certain place. I'd shoot an arrow at it and it would activate the button. Now if I want to do that, I have to come over here and I have to manually flick it. But I'm pretty sure it's all broken. That was really, I'm still pretty happy with how it looks. I like the treehouse idea of it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I think it's because the water system changed and everything. Anyway, so yeah, normally they'd just be set to go down to the bottom there, and we'd kill them for experience and loot. But over, if we flipped a certain switch, they'd go over. Oh, you got out. How did? Must be some block. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, if you flip the switch for them to go over to there, then they get taken down to. Actually, let's go on top first because you can see everything from up top, and plus it's cool up top. Also, I'm pretty sure I messed up the dimensions on this thing. Likely, at least. So yeah, up, over. Ooh. What is this section? Now I'm exploring, seeing what's going on up here. There's all sorts of things. I don't know why there's this ring around the entire structure. I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, they go down to this thing here. They go down the pipe, and they go down to I'll explain it when we get there. I don't know why this glass is broken. But they go down into here. There used to be cats here. This used to be a torture chamber. A lot of this, he's still alive. I've never seen anything down here before. But a lot of this was inspired by Monkey Farm. Monkey Farm was a YouTuber who made a lot of cool redstone things, and I was very inspired by what he did, and I thought, hey, well, you know, I can make similar stuff to that, so let's do that. So this was a torture chamber where an iron golem would be here, and these were cats who would sit here. The cats would sit here, and then iron golems wouldn't attack creepers. I don't think they do either still. But they'd kill the zombies and the skeletons, and the creepers would be scared by the cats. They'd go off to that water system there. And eventually, I don't know why there's a redstone torch there. Moody lighting. Eventually they go off into this water stream here, and they get taken across the river here. And they get taken into this little crushing chamber, which if they stood on it, they would eventually be crushed and get some gunpowder. There's a lot of monsters out here at the moment. So the other switch was to send them over to the boombox, I called it, where they'd fall into this little chamber, and I'd press this button and TNT would come out, and eventually they'd all go flying up into the air, and it would be fun. And it was fun. I think it still works, actually. There's just no TNT in the things. I can't exactly check from here. Oh, there's a spider jockey up there. Neat. I don't see one of those every day on camera. Oh, I guess we're going into the cave now. Alright. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, there's all sorts of caves under the base here. That is a dangerous drop. Don't fall there. I don't know what half of this stuff is. There's obviously some sort of cobblestone pillar thing. Over here, see, there's all sorts of stuff. Like, there's this cave here. It's really neat. There used to be like this little island mountain thing that would come out there, but I leveled it. 6 for Helper, I think this is going to link up to his underground system here. Where this would go down to the underground caves. You take a boat and you come down into it, and you could go all around through the caves, and it would have been neat. But get this, he never finished it. So, there you go. Can I fly? Thank you. Now before we get into the main base, you know what? No. We're gonna go sleep. I'm gonna sleep first. Where is a bed? There's a bed over at the house here. We'll go sleep back at the house. Don't be too close. Cool. Alright, so what's the name? There used to be well, no, there still is. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that I completely forgot about this thing's existence. There used to be I keep saying there used to be. There is a cave spider spawner underneath here, but I didn't remember this thing at all for about, not until recently, actually. So for about 7 years, I completely forgot about this thing. It's not. There's no real discrete entrance to it. Well, it is discrete, but there's no big entrance to it, or nothing's giving you an idea that it's here. So it's just a cave spider spawner, where there's a cave spider spawner up there, and they come up here. Come up here and you'd kill them, and it's a very archaic thing. This would have been another thing I did off camera, but while the Let's Play series was going. So you can hear them. It still works. It's just they can absolutely hit you, which kind of defeats the purpose of it, but they're going to come through. Because I know they can, because I looked at this a few weeks ago. Whatever, they're not coming through. Oh! Yeah, here they come. Here comes one. Is he going to go upwards? Oh, yeah, see, there you go. He'd be able to hit you, which defeats the whole purpose. I think that would stop them from spawning. Not sure, actually. But, anyway. Yeah, I completely forgot about that thing for about 7 years, so that shows how much I used it. A lot of stuff at the old base was never really for use, it was just, can I build it? And will I have fun building it? That was really what drove a lot of this stuff, so. Over here, across the bridge, Used to be a little minecart track that would go across the river. I guess I tore it out. Because it's here now, and oh my god, the furnace in a minecart. I don't think I've seen that in a long time. Can't use it obviously, but yeah, no powered rails. Guess I was too stingy. So up here, this was going to be huge. This is going to be a second mob spawner, but with a sorter, and it's going to be in the shape of Steve's head, as in, you know, the avatar Steve that you play as, the default skin. And I never got, well, one, first of all, the dimensions are way, way, way off. But two, it's also just like, why? I don't know why I thought. I don't know why I even thought about doing it. Please don't knock. Okay, cool. I don't want that pig to go. That was just like a pig island. I don't know why I made that. But yeah, we burnt down a bit of this jungle here, and it looks like a mess now. And nowadays, you'd never ever see me burning down a jungle. I don't want to ever see that. Oh yeah, it was gonna be like Steve's eyes would open up and like water would come out, like he's crying or something, and a bunch of mobs would just fall out, and it's gonna be weird. So yeah, this is the sorter. I eventually did get a villager and a cat up there and everything. But yeah, I don't remember why I did. Oh, okay, there we go. There's some Ben shacks that we found. Ben shacks are essentially just Easter eggs that are all over these worlds, huh? Yeah, the villager's still here. I can hear him. I can hear things spawning. Oh god, they're gonna start coming through. Well, no, they're not, because why did I not have them land in the water? I don't know. Anyway, they've started to spawn now, so let's see if they actually go down to their respective platforms. I don't know where things would go. So I think I was gonna make skeletons able to kill creepers so we could get records. So guess not. Guess we never finished it. Now down here, this is just a quick little treehouse thing that I thought we'd make. Be fun. Not really much to it. It's just a treehouse with a pot and a missing piece of wood. It's supposed to be like built into the tree and everything, and yeah, I thought it was neat. So there you go. That's strange. What else have we got? There's nothing further back this way, because most of the stuff is on the peninsula. Well, first of all, let's check out one of these fabled Ben shacks. Two of them, he's got two. Yep, there's certainly Ben shacks. Just these garbage got random blocks in them and everything. It wouldn't have it any other way. So down here, I always forget about this thing. These were the thank yous, where you come in here and there's just a bunch of thank yous. You saw this in the Adventures world. Because this is when I was ending this world. This is when I was gonna. It was like the second last episode, and the last episode was a world tour. So there you go. It's very outdated, all of that terminology and everything. But this was next to a witch hut here. Which I didn't know infinitely spawned witches. I thought they just had like one. This was just a little cottage that Spheropono and I decided to make, and that's really it. It's just a cottage. Got Chowder here. He's not my dog. I don't know when we named that one. It's you know what? Here, you can have the cocoa beans because I'm never gonna eat them. They've got a bunk bed and everything. Got this disgusting tumor coming out of the top of it in order to fit for the second bunk. It's beautiful. Anyway, because the render distance used to be so low, this used to seem like ages away to get to this, but as you can see, it's closer than we thought. Now, is that it? Can we go into the main base now? I think we can. I don't think I've missed anything. Pretty sure, at least. I don't think there's anything else aside from some stuff on the outside of the base here. So let's see, we've got this mushroom farm where I thought it was so cool because I had like a, what's called like an RS Norlatch or whatever it's called, where you press a button and it would act like a lever. But all this is just a mushroom farm, and that's it. So I don't know why I put effort into that, but there you go. It's just a mushroom farm. We got the netherrack pillars, which is interesting. One thing I'm still pretty happy with is the Herobrine head here, which we built, and at night time it would open up its eyes and it would glow in the dark and look really ominous on the hill, and I still think it's neat. This is back when clay was new as well. Hardened clay, I mean, so that way we could have colours in it. I think it's got a different name now. I think it's terracotta. Not glaze, but just standard terracotta. This up here, this is just the wiring for the sugarcane farm, which is back here. Yeah, it's got one of these, which is neat. So it only gets quick pulse. There's a dungeon up there. There was a skeleton spawner, still is, which we eventually turned into a skeleton farm. So this is it. This is the main base. We're finally getting into it. We're going to get to the main base. Starting now. Alright. Actually, yeah, I know, I just faked you out, but there used to be a zoo thing here, or horses, actually, which got replaced with the stuff here. So this used to be, you'd push a button and a cow would come out. Cow, Jesus. A cow would come out, or a horse, and stuff like that. It's pretty simple, but that's this world in a nutshell. Simple, but well, this base really, it's just simple stuff, but it's just quick stuff. This was the doggy department. You just have a bunch of dogs in here. They'd all be named after Aqua the dog characters. What do we got? We got a zombie villager in the walls somewhere. I hope that's not one of the... Oh, he's here. How... Whatever. You're gonna die because you're going to be very noisy and annoying. You're not... Anyway, this is a brewing thing where the things would automatically go into the system. You put in your nether wart here and it would go in, and you put in your ingredients and all sorts of things. Blaze powder. Well, no, this is before you had to put in blaze powder. Bunch of ingredients. This is still my main potion thing, but you press a button, the ingredients would come out for it. Unless the zombie villager just grabbed them. God damn it. Alright, well, what's the name? You put in the stuff and it would start brewing it for you, and it would be neat. Oh, this is the other way to get it. Oh, or they could just miss the entire thing. That's also plausible. Holy hell. None of this is lit up. And I wonder why nothing involving mobs ever worked. In fact, what is half of this stuff? I don't even know what this is the wiring for. Infinite water source? I haven't seen this in probably 7 years. Maybe longer. I got no idea what any of this is. Honestly, I got no idea what this link's up to. I don't know about the lamps or anything. Anyway. This is obviously my maintenance hatch. Yeah, the ingredients would come out. You put them in. This was the other end of the delivery system. All the stuff would come up here. This is Milky the cow. You push the button. Milky would approach. You'd get some milk and send Milky away. It was fascinating. But this area is just like a hollowed out area, part of the mountain naturally, which I thought was neat. I thought we could make a thing out of this. This is just a bone meal thing. You'd use bone meal and the stuff here, and you'd activate. Oops. You'd activate this, and all the stuff would come down to you. But I don't understand the point of that. didn't make it four-sided, which is counterintuitive, but anyway, this is just a water fountain. I completely forgot with this lava here. That's right, I used to put stuff in there for it to burn. Yeah, so there used to be a map of the area here, which was made after the series ended, but fortunately this one of the snapshots reset all the maps, which sucks. This is just Netherwart. Nothing, nothing special about that. This is just an automatic carrot, wheat, potato farm. Nothing special about this. This was my main food source for the longest time, was potatoes. Because they were just so useful. They still are. If I don't have a chicken farm, I'll use potatoes. So these are just chests for all sorts of things. You've got tools. This is just organized chests. I don't know why this chest is trapped. I guess I could put a chest next to it, which you couldn't do back in the day. Now you can. These are all the episodes. This is just a list of episodes. In episode 21, Sixfrelper and I finally finished the surprise hole. It came out of the surprise hole is not a great term. It came out as a PvP arena, and we fought 5 times, and I won all of them. People should no longer be taunted. That is not great grammar there. Anyway, yeah, this is. I traveled to the new area and holed out of the hole. Yeah, this is just a bunch of episode descriptions there. I used to struggle with getting enough leather and feathers for stuff like that, but now it's not really a problem. Anyway, this is Sixfrelper's chest. This is his little room. He had all sorts of abodes that he had. We're still not at the end of them yet. This is a workbench. This is just a bunch of furnaces. The standard put stuff in it. Oops. Put stuff in it and it would light up. Yada yada yada. Comparator stuff. Up here is just a sugarcane farm which would go off once a day. So yeah, we're barely getting anything, and plus it was so small. This here is Pan. This is Bast. It's just a little alcove for them, the dog and the cat. I think it's alright. Now up here, this was just a vine farm. This is crazily, it's ridiculous. It's super automatic. I don't know why I put the glass here. That's counterintuitive. It's crazy fast. Gets you all sorts of vines. So yeah, that's technically the fastest vine farm that can possibly be had in Minecraft at the moment. Until they make it so shears will automatically, when they're dispensed, will cut vines. So this is it. This is the main base. How long will we be recording for? Longer than you'd think, but here we go. This is the to-do list. All sorts of things that never got done. It's just the records and everything. This is just your standard base. All sorts of chests here. There's still crap in all of these after all these years. That just never got finished. But let's go around in the spiral here. So first things first, we got the skeleton spawner. We'd stand here, and eventually the skeletons would come down. You could thwack them, and you could get a bunch of items. I think one of these was to turn water on in order to stop them from spawning, or lights or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is to push the stuff. Yeah, there you go. So this just goes down to the Nether portal. Nothing special about this. Also, I'm not a fan of the new Netherrack texture. I know I've switched back to the old textures here. Just because I'm used to them and I find them nice. But this old texture for Netherrack is so much better because it looks like, it reminds me of Devil May Cry 1, where the underworld, where you got all the vines, like the black and red vines all twisting around each other. It looks hellish. It's neat. I have an elytra here. I didn't even think about that. I have an elytra there. But as you can see, it was a real struggle to cover everything up in this base. Through here. Oh yeah, this would shoot out chickens. Oh yeah, this used to be like a little... Is there anything behind here still? No, I've covered it in. But there used to be a little TNT, there used to be an exploit where if you push TNT into yourself, it would count as like a non-solid block and you could look through the world, so I used that to look around and see any caves that I hadn't lit up, which is still most of them. So yeah, it was a little exploit, but it got patched out a long time ago. This is the egg farm. This was classic. This was the thing that never died. I used this all the time just to get eggs. I thought it was so cool. Nothing in these chests. This just is like a maintenance area. The nothing room full of nothingness. But it's got 6 developers bed. Told you, just has random stuff everywhere. There's like a little... I guess it used to be like a maintenance hatch. All sorts of little changes have happened around here. Nothing in here, nothing in here. This is the enchanting room. You know how enchanting works in this game. This would go up to the castle, which I'll actually show you soon. And this is just... Oh, one, there's a snow golem here. Two, this used to be covered in, and there used to be a just 2 villagers that would stay down here. But they got out, and then I had more villagers down here, but they also got out. I can hear one. And yeah, I essentially used this to put down a lectern and try to get a librarian. Eventually they breed here, and it was neat. Up here, this is... Oh, you must... Yeah, there he is, okay. This is the escape hatch, which... Oh god, don't die. Cool, go back in, go back in. No, you're okay, well, I guess you're... Alright, sure. I guess we'll never... That guy's gonna die soon, definitely. There'll be a zombie through here. Before we go down there, this is just a little pumpkin melon farm I finally fixed after all these years because the pumpkin one wouldn't activate. This used to be a obsidian generator. You used to be able to put redstone down here. And, oh yeah, how do you feel about that? It's so weird having the cross back. You used to be able to put redstone down here and lava would go into it and water in this specific formation and make obsidian. Which I don't think, I don't know if it's a feature or not because it was so obscure and weird. But it would make obsidian, alright. This was the boat launcher. You press a button here and a boat would shoot out. And then you could take it off into the ocean. Oh! Hi there, buddy. This just looks down at the doggy department. And then you got this little spiral around here, and it takes you back to the beginning. Now what? So I need to show down here first. This is Benfool in 98's room. It's that little... This is just his little room that he had, as it's signified by the yellow. Jesus. This is just a bunch of extra chests that have a lot of flesh in it. Okay. There was something here. I think this is where I used to put valuables. Let me check if there was a valuables chest here. There's not. Yeah, so I think I used to have like quartz here, and there would be like a piece of, like a bunch of pistons that would come out. Yeah, I never filled it in properly. Oh god. Oh lord. Oh no, no. I don't need it to die. I don't need you to explode. Always fill in your spots. Always. Heart attack, Jesus. But yeah, there used to be pistons there that would open up the valuables chest, and it would be quartz and everything and diamond blocks, and I thought, yeah, that's a waste, so I got rid of it. This is just the coloured sheep. I used to always get wool off these guys. This goes out of the side of the mountain. There's just a bunch of sugarcane here. This is going to be like a second section of the base, like the basement area, and there's a bunch of mushrooms here, which I managed to get. And I never finished this section, but once 6-4-upper, Benfool in 98, and myself, we all made this little lounge area. That's under the water, and I think it still looks pretty neat. I like underwater things in this game. This is just a extra area. It's very, very odd. Obviously it was never finished, so there you go. I don't know where this goes. Some mine shaft, yep. What level are we at? 50, yeah. Very nice. Nice diamonds you'll be getting there. I can hear the Enderman. Okay, yeah, he's up here now. I'll leave him be. He's fine. So to get back up, you have to go all around this, and there's obviously going to be like a staircase and everything around here, but never really got that far. So let's go at the escape hatch. So I thought, hey, maybe one day if this place is overrun with enemies, then we can go through here and we can quickly escape. Surprised there's not actually an enemy in here with how disgustingly lit this is. Anyway, there was a minecart there, and we chewed up out here, and we managed to get to the top here, and we'd be able to go back in and reassess the situation and figure things out. But that never happened because that really shouldn't happen in this game. This was the castle. This was the big ass castle with 60-foot face on it and one of his older skins. I don't know about that. That's not very safe. You go up here, and you'd have to run to get in here in time. And there was just these cats here, not mine. That one's mine. Oh, this thing! Holy hell! Okay, yeah. In order to open this thing, you'd have to like make it happy. There's supposed to be like a little face thing. You have to make it happy, and that way, if you opened it, you could go down here into this little area. I have not seen this in 7 years. I can guarantee you, I haven't seen this in the longest time. Oh yeah, if you wanted to get in here, you. I don't think I made all this, but it's just like a second little bunker area underneath the castle. I completely forgot about that. Holy hell! Granted, I'd never come back up here, but still. So yeah, it's just like a little area up here. I find it more of like a gantry sort of thing. Like the gantry is just sort of a special little shelter up here. I think it's neat. And then this is no minecart, but if we want to get back to base, then we go down through here. Those tracks aren't linked up properly, but they still work. Just a one-way trip to go back down here. That's the enchanting room there, and we're back out of the base again. So yeah, that's the base. That's the main base. That's everything in it. But we're not done yet at the old base. It never ends, I know. But no, for a time, every now and then. Well, first of all, we actually need to go look at the fun land, because we never did that. So much of this stuff around here. But yeah, the boat launcher was a lot of fun. I always liked it. Just stuff with boats was always fun. This is 6 developers. What? Where's my sword and my... What? What is this glitch? Hello? Alright, well I guess that's a glitch. That's strange. Okay, what if I can't right click anything? Let me reload the game. That's very strange. I don't know if that's a glitch with a snapshot. Something to do with boats, I'm presuming. I don't know what that's about. Okay, well there we go. It was weird. Anyway, in here, the 6 developers house. Yep, another one. He's got so many of these things. It's just a house, and there you go. Very, very unique colors, and I'm actually a fan of them. This is my face. I don't know why this is here, but it'll be an Enderman, I presume. This is my face. Still me. This is... So this area here is like the fun land. This is going to be bigger. There's going to be more stuff here, but... Yeah, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 things here. That's not too bad. This was Suicidal Carts. What a metal name. You put all this stuff in here and you try to shoot each other down while you went across the tracks here. The two people, you try to shoot each other off and land in the lava and everything. It was fun. This is just the horse stable. You'll never guess what's in here. You will never guess. There's saddles and armor and all sorts of things, and you take a horse and... Yeah, horses were never really that useful, if I'm honest. Even when they were the fastest mode of transport. I'm putting my air quote fingers up there. This was the cake bar. You'd make a cake here. You got the cane sugar, you got the wheat, you got the buckets, you got the cow, and you got the eggs. And you'd make cake. That's all there is to that. This is duck targets. Eventually, well, originally, there were eggs in these dispensers. Well, there still are. I don't know why this is broken. There'll be some piece of redstone that's missing. But you'd click on, or you'd step on the plate here, and chickens would shoot out, and you have to shoot them down. And there's a little mini game there. It's the fishing house. You'd go fishing. That's all there is to that. This is King of the Ladder. This is classic. I don't need to explain King of the Ladder. I don't know why there's an acacia tree there. There you go. You are the King of the Ladder. Yeah, nothing changes, huh? Always the king. I remember digging this out. This took a little bit of time. Pressure fishing. Alright, let's see if I can get this to work. If it works. Well, no, it wouldn't, because there's supposed to be a minecart here, but... Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. It would be like there's these pressure plates back there. I'm guessing is there redstone up there? No, it's just torches. But there was... Yeah, this pressure plate. You'd have to hit this with the fishing rod, and all sorts of things would try and get in your way. And once you hit it, you'd... not a great place here. I can't jump. But things are constantly pushing, and once you hit the plate, you would open up a pressure plate, and it would take you down here. And you'd land here, and you get a piece of... You would get a piece of lapis. Good job, but remember, you need 5. You need 5 points. Yeah, and obviously not very finished. I remember being very apathetic when making this because I was just not enjoying making it at all. Can't say I remember why, but yeah, there you go. I miss this. I miss this old generation, which was completely nonsensical. A snowy forest next to a desert. I miss that because now you get the same boring biomes. Anyway, so that's it for the peninsula and the main area of the old base, but we're not done yet. We're never done. So, inspired by the original seed of this world, Mason's World 3, once when I was first playing this game, I came out all the way. I went by boat. I came across this land over here, which I didn't realize was connected to this. I thought it was a island of sorts, and I went exploring around it. I thought it was so cool. I was so far away from home. But obviously, we can travel much greater distances now. So all this is just a sand mining outpost. If I need sand, I'll go here and I'll get the sand. I fought a wither here once, which is a stupid move, because they fly up into the sky, and that's super annoying. Yeah, always fight your withers underground. Always. Or at least under some sort of cover that they can't easily get out of. I don't know what the point of that is. I think it's like a line to stop me from harvesting any more sand into this desert. But over here... I still have the fishing rod. Oops. This is Arcus. It's like a separate town. The town of peace. Alright, so yeah, there's actually just a bunch of houses here, and I'll sleep in here, why not? Bunch of houses here, and we'd just enjoy ourselves. Just like a little home away from home. It used to feel like quite a while to get here, and I used to feel like I'd get lost on the way here, but it's really not that far. This is just a ravine that was open up, or some sort of hole that I dug out that I covered with glass because I thought that would look neat. I presume, I can't remember what I was thinking. Down here, this is just animal pen. In here, this just went into a cave. Nothing special about this way, but the other way was where we had our little base, essentially. It's the wheat farm there, which is... I remember harvesting this wheat for something recently. Anyway, there's all sorts of things down here. That's a lie. I gotcha. All it is just, yeah, it's all stuff from... Oh yeah, the Arcus... I think we called it the Arcus Challenge, despite the fact there was nothing challenging about that. In fact, that annoys me when something's called a such and such challenge, when it's not a challenge, it's just a thing you do. I don't know why that annoys me, but it does, so there you go. But essentially, we would go back here, we put all our stuff away, and we start on anew from here, and we spent a bit of time here, and it was 6 for Opera 9, and we did a bunch of stuff. It was just another house. I don't know if we were ever going to put villages in here or not. I'm honestly not sure. That's not it though. We still got over here this little area. Yeah, so this is where our base was for the Arcus challenge. There's a little base. We'd come over here, put down some flowers, some dead bushes, and this is our little abode. We had some diamonds in here, so there you go. Nothing else to it really, aside from the second floor with the bunk bed that juts out, of course. And of course you can't get up there without just going up there. This is just a little balcony. Yeah, we thought it was neat. It was just a quick little thing that we do. We thought we were going to do it for a lot longer, but obviously not. So yeah, here's where the new chunks begin, I presume. Unless these are just chunk errors or something, I'm not sure. No, definitely not. What the hell? Hello? Yeah, look, I get there's a dungeon here, but... Well, first of all, what type of dungeon is it? We put something here? I think it's a zombie dungeon. Why are there stone bricks here, though? Oh my lord, unless something was made out of this. Or tried to, at least. Wow, I had no idea this is here. I don't think I made this. This is definitely not me. I didn't make this. Pretty sure it would have been 6 Felper or something who made it. Maybe during the Arcus challenge? I don't know. His perspective was recorded during it, so... Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. There you go. Yeah, there was a nether portal to come out here, but we got rid of it because we wanted to make it so like the only way to get here is by sailing here. But now we just fly everywhere, so... It's very, very strange. But I believe that's it for the old base. This should be the longest one. None of the other tours should be as long as this one. Just because we've been here so long, we've done all sorts of things here. So, yeah, I believe that's it for the old base. I'm seriously thinking, like, is there anything that I missed? Did I miss anything? Is there anything that I'm forgetting? But I don't think so. I think that's all good. Maybe there's some sort of secret hidden thing that I haven't thought about for 7 years that's still around here somewhere. That's, no, that's it. So yeah, that's going to do it for the old base tour. So, yeah. Hey guys, it's been YT42, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys then.